So good evening, good afternoon, or good morning for whenever this goes up. Yeah, delighted with that result and performance. I messaged my cousin, who's a Newcastle fan, just before the game. He's just replied back to me the now there, and I said to him, "Do I be defeatist? But well done on the 3 points and the +3 goal difference this evening." And he messaged me back saying, "I don't want to be a pessimist, and I'm not sure about this game that we're going to win." I go, "Don't know about that one, kid, but message you after the game and whatnot." I was like, and that opening 7 minutes before we get the corner, which leads to our goal, I thought it was going to be a long night, especially with that Isak goal being disallowed, and then my dad and I were tallying up how many consecutive passes, successful consecutive passes we were doing before we lost it. The highest was 6 before we managed to get the corner. So, forgive me for being the defeatist. And I was proven wrong. And I'm happy to be proven wrong. A good corner and really good, attacking intellect from Soucek to just not run into the 6-yard box, because he could have done that, and most of us probably say he should have done that, but he didn't. He just got to the end of it, and then we just sort of, no, Newcastle did have their chance. I feel as though in the first half for Wan-Bissaka, he looked a bit comme ci comme ça, and Todibo did look shaky, and there was a few times where, I think it was twice, that Newcastle really should have punished a mistake by him, but they didn't, and that's okay. Speaking of Wan-Bissaka, delighted he got his first goal. I felt second half he improved. He sort of made some good standing tackles. There was one against Harvey Barnes, and he just stood his ground and he just went and knocked it out. So, delighted for him, and I felt that assist from Bowen, who'd been quite quiet the game, that sort of perked Bowen up, which was good. Now, I should make the confession that because I'm Scottish and live in a Scottish household, the stereotype of us being tight bastards is true. We don't pay for Sky. We have nicked my nan and granddad's Sky Go password. Don't tell Sky, right, about it. And we watch it on the iPad. Now, I know you can put it on a console, your Xbox, just behind the camera here, or to my left, but it runs somehow worse than the iPad. The iPad version. So, watching a game of football is like watching people play a game of Warhammer 40k, and you're 2 stories up and you're coming off a general anaesthetic. But it's also possibly the best way to immerse yourself in watching it when you're at St James's Park. So you're in with the away end so that you're so far back that you can hardly tell what's going on. So yeah, there will be some plays and players that, I can't quite see. When Andy Irving came on, I was excited. I was like, yes, my boy. I couldn't tell if he even touched the ball. So, you win some, you lose some. But another player who I thought I was delighted to see playing really well was Mr. Antonio. And my God, like, did anyone else feel completely and utterly inadequate as a human being when he just had his shirt off? Just like, God damn, that is I am a waste of potential. And that's a man who the Greeks, the Romans should be building statues from. I felt, I need to be hitting the gym 23 hours a day for the 365 days a year. But then my morale quickly improved because it panned to Julen Lopetegui, who's kind of in a mix, sort of a combination of the after photo of a president coming out of office. You know how old and wrinkly the presidents look when they finish their 8-year term. Barack Obama, and a Glaswegian hobo, maybe a junkie as well. And you go, oh, right, okay, my inadequacy, they've sort of levelled back out. I know Glass, you're probably looking at this mug and going, glass houses, mate, don't be slagging off what you kind of look like. Yeah. But no, sorry, that got a bit introspective. There's not really much else I could say. I thought Kilman played well. Fabianski is... If Areola thought he was getting the shirt back anytime soon, he's not, because I know Gordon probably should have put it away, but Fabianski did save Tadebo's rear end from becoming beef bourguignon and whatnot. But no, and I want to be positive after this win, but there is the big question. Now what with Lopetegui? Because the board, the executive parasites, have made it clear that they don't think he's the man for the job. You wouldn't go, you have 2 games to save your job, Mr. Lopetegui, without the belief that he could turn it around. So he's won the game. Does it now go to, if he loses against Arsenal, but he beats Leicester, which I think we will beat Leicester, what happens? It's sort of kicking the can down the road, but we're not putting our laces through the can, if you know what I'm saying. We're just sort of we'll try to be like Luka Modric and use the outside of our foot to try and look clever, but we're not Luka Modric. We're the Ryan Fraser. Well, our board is the Ryan Frasers of the decision making. Well, what a poor analogy. Yeah, and stupid yellow card from him. It wasn't even like worth getting. It was like, yeah, it shouldn't have been a foul for Newcastle. And remember the incident, it was someone tackling between a Newcastle player's legs, and we didn't, the ref called a foul, wasn't a foul. It's not something to get booked over and then get a touchline ban for Arsenal, and then I don't know what he was thinking. Did he expect that we were going to lose the game, so he was off the touchline so that when we lost, he expected we were going to lose this game, so then, loses this game and loses Arsenal, and then he's not in the touchline, so he doesn't need to interact with the fans. I don't know. It kind of just throws a wrench, and we act smart. We try and act smart, but we're not. They're trying clever, just like me. It doesn't work, because I'm a thickle, and so's David Sullivan. Come on, you hounds. Night.